welcome to the Elemental Indigo channel. This is Sarah and this is your weekly oracle card reading for week commencing 30th of December. So I hope you had a great Christmas, and now we're going into the new year, and there's a new moon. For those of you who aren't aware of the moon cycles, there's a new moon on New Year's Day, so that's going to be a particularly good time to set some good intentions, I think, for 2014. So today I'm going to have a go at using Wisdom of the Hidden Realms by Colette Baron Reid. It's a deck I've had for quite a few years. I've not really worked with it probably as much as the Doreen Virtue decks. So I feel like I should use this deck this week. I should just bite the bullet and go with it, even though I'm not amazingly familiar with the deck. If you work with this deck, I think in the guidebook it says you can do different types of reading with this. They're more sort of geared towards tarot, where you can have, you know, if you've got a card like this, say if it comes up upside down or right way up, it can mean different things. So in this case I'm going to use them like I usually use them, so it doesn't matter if they come out upside down or the right way up. I'm just going to sort of look at the positive sides of them anyway. So I'm going to give them a good shuffle and work out what we need to know for this upcoming week as we move into 2014. So I'll just get rid of this. And we'll pick a card for Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday, which is New Year's Day, Thursday, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So again, depending on what you're using them for, you can pay attention to whether they're upside down or not, but in this case it's just a general weekly reading, so I'm not going to pay really attention to sort of whether they're upright or downwards or what, just the general theme of the card. Okay, so the first card is the Hungry Ghosts, and the keywords on this card are obsessions, scarcity consciousness and attachment. So this is a great card to come up for the last 2 days of 2014. As I said at the beginning, we've got a new moon on New Year's Day, so the moon's waning now, which is a great time. This time between Christmas and New Year has always been a great time to sort of get ready and start letting go of things that we don't want to take with us anymore, that no longer serve us, and getting rid of them so we can start afresh in the new year, which is, I feel like it's even more poignant this year with it being a new moon as well. So, I mean, these are basically the sort of things that we probably want to let go of in the next couple of days. Obsessions, any sort of focus on a lack of things. A lack mentality is something that probably, if we haven't already, we want to let go of. And any unhealthy attachments as well, I've been guided to let go of those. So if you've got any unhealthy attachments, maybe within current relationships, romantic ones or family or friends. And another aspect is that over the last couple of weeks we've been having a few cards sort of around this theme of, you know, different options being available, and the situation we're in now is something that we can take action to change. So this card sort of links into that, with reminding us that maybe previously, you know, to get wherever it is we're trying to go, whatever it is we want to do, that maybe we're trying to do things repetitively in the same way that isn't working for us. It might work short term, but for example, I've took a few jobs employed recently, And I knew in my gut, I've always known that that's not the right way for me to go, and I have to be self-employed. But it's difficult, isn't it? Because you just don't have that instant cash and it doesn't work straight away. So you tend to take other options which you think will work for you, but then they don't really, and you keep coming back to the original option. So if we can sort of identify if that's taken place in our life, you know, and get ready to drop all these old ways of thinking and really, really get ready for going for it in the new year. You know, I think we're all sort of learning more now to listen to our gut and trust our intuition. So, you know, we know what it's saying, so we can't ignore it or pretend to agree with it. We've got to act on it. So the next few days, as we're letting go of these old attachments and things that no longer serve us, then it gives us a bit of a vacuum. So if we replace that, you know, we don't necessarily know what we have to do at this point, but just replacing that sort of faith that everything is going to work out as expected, and we can call on, you know, whoever we need, angels or fairies or any kind of assistance from outside. We can call on that as well. So New Year's Day, 1st and 2nd of January, Wednesday, Thursday, we've got the Spirit Whisperer, and the words on this card say divine guidance and higher knowing. So as we've made this conscious effort to let go of things, we're stomping into the new year with the new moon. Perhaps some of us are going into the new year, you know, with a bit more wisdom, which is represented by the owl there. And we're a bit clearer on who we are and where we're going, even if we don't have the complete plan written down yet. We might be going into this year a bit clearer of the direction in which we're heading than we have been over years. And from the guidance we've been receiving for the past few weeks, to start taking action steps, moving in that direction which we know we're supposed to be going. And finally, this card is another nudge along with this card to make sure we don't go down the path again, which might seem easier. You know, that again, stay away from the things that we've tried repeatedly that just don't work. So don't, you know, we might be tempted to go back and have the umpteenth go, but it's just another nudge to say, don't bother. Okay, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday is the word Lord. And the words on this card say communication, praise and dishonesty. It might be that as part of your life purpose that you're required to communicate in some way to others things that you may have got through divine guidance. So whether you're sort of writing spiritual articles, or you have to do public speaking, or just teach in some way, you might teach Reiki, for example. It's encouraging as if that is something that we feel is our life purpose, that we should be getting on with it. But I think the overall theme of the card is more about honesty and being honest with yourself. You know, so dishonesty and not speaking your truth, or not being true to yourself, not being aligned with what you know is true. So overall here we've got this theme of letting go of all the old crap, getting into the new year, you know, ready to go, ready to start forging forward with whatever it is we need to forge forward with. And at the same time as we do that, you know, trusting any inner wisdom, any knowledge we already have or we receive externally, and putting that knowledge to good use, basically, and starting to maybe communicate or get it out in the open a bit more. You know, for example, if you're sort of in the spiritual closet, as it were, you might be starting to be nudged to sort of get out there and help people with it. So have a great week. I'm going to upload this and then I'm going to upload a yearly overview for 2014 using a few different types of oracle cards. So I'll see you next week.